Hello.
Hi, welcome to A1 Juncture. This is Anthony 1, and you're listening to my COVID-19 video diary. Thanks for listening. Just remembered that I was having a really good conversation with a friend about people vaccinated and vaccine injuries. And I was just saying I didn't want to really talk to anyone who was vaccinated because I didn't want to share what I've learned about some vaccine injuries. There was no point in me sharing those types of injuries with people who are vaccinated because, at best it might cause anxiety. Because, if you've been vaccinated, you've already had the vaccine because you trust that the vaccines are fine and there's no need to cause anxiety, unnecessarily. You've had it administered to you, it's in your body. So I didn't want to discuss my findings on the internet about such injuries. But then my problem sort of like is growing because more and more people are vaccinated, and that makes it more difficult for me to share what I've found. That gives me fewer and fewer people to share my findings of vaccine injuries. I find that quite saddening, really. But luckily, I was talking to a friend, and he's quite open-minded. He's vaccine pro-vaccine. He is beginning to find some information on his own about some of the things that might be going on regarding the motives behind vaccinations. Yeah, I didn't want to share things like that, what I had, but he was quite open to it, and he said, it's not my fault that someone might get offended or might get upset with information that I might share with them. It depends on how you take it. You can't go around not listening to what you don't want to hear. You need to be able to take on board any sort of information and process it yourself. It's more harmful if you block out, censorize any information that's not following your own narrative. So it's nice to know that he understands that it's an individual and how they process that information, and it's not going to be my fault because I've just shared some information. So we had a good discussion. So my concern with the vaccine is that I can safely say I know like 5 people, fairly well, and 2 people, so that's almost 50%. 2 people I know have had some kind of injury that can be linked with the vaccine. So one has, I think you call it heart arrhythmia, where your heart rate becomes faster or irregular. So that's definitely happened after the vaccine. And then the other one was they thought it was having a heart attack. So I don't know what they felt. But they had to call an ambulance, and they were so worried that they were having a heart attack. So both of these people are fairly fit. The other one, yeah, I don't think they've got history of any heart problems. So, and one especially was super fit. So to go on your daily routine or fitness routines and suddenly have to call an ambulance is quite frightening. So that's 2 people, and then I do know one other person, but I'm not sure. She does, that person does seem to have some kind of history of heart issues. Now I don't know how long, whether she's had these issues before the vaccine, but I do know that She was at work and she had to call an ambulance because she thought she was having a heart attack. So, I mean, that's literally 3 out of 5 people that I know who've had problems with their heart. So there's coincidence. Is it a coincidence? No, I don't know. No, it's just too many people having problems. Then, on top of that, that's just heart problems. So on top of that, I've heard that there are irregularities when it comes to menstrual cycles. So menstrual patterns have changed. So the vaccines have caused something different in females in their blood cycles. So, this is messed up with their regular pattern, but it's also messed up with anyone who's trying to conceive. And I know in one case, are trying for a child and it's not working because the pattern's been affected. So that's not good because I don't know many people and this is affecting a hell of a lot of people. Now my dad wants to take the vaccine now because they need to go traveling and they think it's they're starting to think that the vaccine is okay and it's not good. And is it good or not good? I'm not sure. I know certain people think it's terrible, it's awful of me to discourage my elderly parents to not take the vaccine. I can't help it. There's just too many coincidences of injuries or adverse effects, and I can't help sharing it with my parents. I mean, I'm absolutely devastated that my eldest has taken the vaccine, and I really pray, I absolutely pray that I'm wrong because I didn't try my hardest to stop him taking it, and that's what that's what scares me. It's like there's no way for me to know 100% if what I suspect is absolutely true. So I didn't convince my own child to not take the vaccine. I think that's a dilemma for maybe not just myself. It's like we suspect something's not right, but we just don't have the proof. The same family can have the complete opposite view and try to discredit, anyone who questions it. And they feel it's easy to try and discredit me, and point fingers and say, the vaccine is absolutely 100% safe. Just seems to think it's 100% safe doesn't make sense to me at all. It's only been around for 2 years, and apparently it's something to do with DNA and alters DNA. So they think it's safe. I mean, I really hope it's safe. I really do hope it's safe. It's new technology. It's only been around. I think they've been trying with this technology when it comes to corona disease. Is it Crohn's disease. And they've been trying for many years with this technology, but haven't been successful. Apparently, they've been trying for 10 years and they still haven't quite mastered this new technology. Now, all of a sudden, the entire world is using this technology. In 2 years, it's literally everyone's going to disconcern because they've been trying it for 10 years on Crohn's disease and not got anywhere, not got anything solid from it. So, to me, it just didn't make sense to allow so many people around the world to take such a new drug. But yeah, I mean, I really hope it is safe because now family's taking it, it just has to be safe. But yeah, my concerns is like, you play around with DNA, so this stuff goes into your bodies and then it's going to start altering things. And then some people on YouTube, doctors, whatever, they're saying you can't mess with your DNA in such a way, your organs are going to start looking foreign to your own immune system, and your own immune system is going to start attacking your own body in a way that, is not natural. So this new DNA that you have, this altered DNA, has altered your organs, and yeah, it does kind of make sense that your immune system is not going to take to it so quickly. Now, whether your body, your immune system does finally catch on and accepts this new this new DNA, or your new vaccine that's in your body. For me, it just doesn't seem safe. You put something foreign into your body, it's only normal, natural for your immune system to question it. Now, whether your immune system can adapt to it is, yeah, it's beyond me. So, maybe the doctors are right and it is safe. And then the injuries that we do come across is like a normal statistic. It's normal for people to have adverse reactions, but some of these, and is that acceptable? Is that acceptable to have some collateral damage for the, for the many? Oh, it just doesn't make sense. Like, so, if you catch COVID, then most people recover. Most people recover. Why play around with a vaccine and run the risk of these injuries? Why add to the possible deaths, or why add to the possible hospitalizations? Surely there's enough hospitalization with just the COVID itself. So there's the risk of being seriously ill and pneumonia and death if you have other problems in your body already. So, there's a number there that's unavoidable. So there's a number of deaths that are avoidable, and there's like a number of injuries from COVID, pneumonia, things like that are unavoidable. So those numbers are there because COVID's there. Now you're going to add the potential injuries from vaccines. So you're kind of like putting double pressure on the hospitals, because now you're adding injuries that are being caused by the vaccine. So instead of reducing the pressure on the NHS, you've now doubled it. That's logical. That's how I'm thinking.